at them a lot as we head on into the game. But on the side of Pat's Money Crew, who are the guys we really need to be keeping our eyes on?
Yeah, on the Pat's Money Crew side of things, they've got a couple of players from the Gatekeepers team that's been playing in ESCA main. They've been struggling there a little bit. I think for the most part, Crit has been performing pretty well, but we're already seeing the action come into play. It's Sack to get the first pick before the kill comes back. Jenko here to assist him, drops the bomb, and still no trade as Jenko gets the second. It's only Blackie left alive. He's going to try and do some damage, but shouldn't get anything done. And something that is worth mentioning is that I was casting Epsilon just yesterday, and Jenko had a pretty good series against a Vanguard. Even though Epsilon struggled, he was performing. So already good to see him start well in this game. Yeah, absolutely. And Jenko is kind of the guy that has a lot of pressure on his shoulders to perform. He's the newest man on the roster, needs to live up to that reputation. And obviously now, this roster being a UK roster with 3 players from the UK in that full roster, I'm excited to see if he can live up to Epsilon's reputation, if you will, and if they can get this 7th win on the board for themselves. Obviously, starting off strong, got the first round in the bag, and you can see rifles coming out across the board, a UMP in the hands of T-Sack. We'll see, there's a couple of Deagles and things, a CZ as well, so maybe something magical could happen for Pat's Money Crew if they can find these headshots. Yep, that's what they are going to be relying on. Nothing really coming in just yet, though. You can see the rifles willing to fight, and Robin is going to get the first. Having said that, Jenko was actually taken down there, so one of the guns dropped. Trades coming back and forth, though, and still the rifles holding true. It was quite a heavy investment in towards the rifles as well from Fish123. We only saw, I think, the 1 UMP in the hands of T-Sack. So clearly they wanted to be as comfortable as possible, and that means Smooya recovers the M4, but Crit, well, I was just talking about him. He's already got 2 kills out towards mid. This is already pretty costly for Fish123. They've actually lost 2 of their M4s as it stands, I think, so this could get dangerous. This right here is the risk of buying rifles in round 2, because when a Deagle comes out and headshots do connect, those rifles can be picked up. Obviously, Pat's Money Crew haven't managed to grab any of those just yet, but that actually can set you up into a very dicey situation. Crit so far has been on point with this Deagle. We'll see if he can continue to do so. T-Sack, though, is going to be sat here with his UMP. We'll see what he can pull out of the bag. Going to be spraying away, but it's Harry C to find one. Robin answers it immediately, but Harry C, these Deagles coming on through. Surreal finds himself all alone. He's rotating as fast as he can. Coming on through Market here. Harry C doesn't quite know where he is. He's going to be scouting around, searching the situation. 2v1 here, but Surreal has the firepower advantage right now. He's already tagged up, though. This could go down for him. Crit finds a 3rd headshot. 3 shots, 3 kills from him. And that is a beautiful round for Pat's Money Crew. Yeah, mainly Crit stepping up, but Harry C also chimed in with a double, and that's Pat's Money Crew showing they do have the skill to compete. So that's something that we've seen a lot of teams lack when they've been up against Fish123 in the past, and that's kind of allowed Fish123 just to run riot. But clearly, Pat's Money Crew, they have a couple of players that can perform, and if they keep up that level of performance, they could very well be competing here, especially into this round. They are only up against 4 Deags and a P250. Then again, we did just see how powerful these pistols can be, so there's no reason for Pat's Money Crew to underestimate Fish123 into this round, especially when you're up against players like Smooya. You don't want to risk going down to those Deags early on, and you can see now next Fox will just fall back. Yeah, we'll have to see. Obviously, we saw a Deagle by working out beautifully for Pat's Money Crew. We'll see if Fish123 can return the favor. Crit going to be top mid there, but doesn't quite land the Deagle shot there from Robin. We know that Robin has had incredible rounds in the past. He's one of those players that really can make a mark on a situation. Surreal spamming that Deagle through, trying to find these shots, and will be able to get one onto Blackie to start this round off. His teammate just around the corner, going to be able to protect him, and well, that's a free kill come through Fish. And no real chance for the trade as of yet. Because of that, Pat's Money Crew look to reposition over towards B. They have run down the clock here, though, with a little over 30 seconds left. That could be a factor, especially as they still have Crit with his AK over towards mid. Either way, here comes the push. Jenko hears the step, so he can call for the rotate, but he's already got one. There's the second. No. How did the trade not come in? The AK also recovered. Not quite the headshot coming in, but the time starting to tick down. Push comes out, the FAMAS trying to do some damage back, but Jenko in position again. And that's an unfortunate round. They just didn't seem to find the trade onto Jenko there.
Hey, Jenko is the man of the hour right now for Fish123. 5-0-1. And look at this. Gets the 2 kills, but then watch. Just hops up, does a little bunny hop, and just slides the AK off of that shelf and gets it into his hands. And then he's able to just hold down that angle and get himself a hat trick. That is another round on the board for Fish123. And so far, we've had 3 pistol rounds, essentially, and pistols have, well, actually no, we've had 2 buys, but pistols have won every single round so far. Crit is going to be the one going down, though, and he was the one in the last Eagle round that won it for Pat's Money Crew.
Yeah, and again, a lot of rifles for Fish123. We did mention the risk of that previously, but Smooya wins the first fight cleanly, so not as much of a risk now. We are just going to see both teams slow things down. I wouldn't like to see Smooya push here. He looked like he was thinking about it, and we all know how aggressive Smooya can be. But there you go. He just holds the angle, waits patiently, gets another headshot. And this time around, Fish123 look in much more control of this round.
Yeah, they certainly do. It seems like after losing that round, they've kind of taken a step back and gone, hang on, guys, let's not let this get away from us. Because the one loss that Fish123 do have is they were kind of messing around a little bit, and then it actually got ahead of them. It got to a point where they couldn't just recuperate. So making sure that they don't let a snowball get rolling. But Smooya, so far, is on fire this round. He's got 3 kills for himself. And he's looking for more as well. Can't quite click their heads, and his teammate is going to go down as Robin did find one. Harry C finds himself alone and will be taken out by Smooya. There's a 4K for him to round that one out. And now 3-1 to Fish123 in this one, and it is a full eco coming through for Pat's Money Crew.
Yeah, so finally a chance for Fish123 to build up that cash. You can already see some money left behind into this round, thanks to saving so many guns, in particular Jenko with 5,250. So that should allow for those orbs to come out as soon as they are required, which is quite important on Mirage. Oftentimes we will see double orbs on the CT side, so that will be something to watch out for. Especially Smooya and Surreal certainly can both orbs, so that's something to watch for. But into this round, it's just going to be the pistols rushing out. Oh, that is decimation. Surreal sprays them all. Ooh, a bit of a team thing, but there you go. Smooya still gets it.
Robin with some aggressive spray right there, but that was, yeah, nice easy round coming out for Fish123. And I mean, Surreal, just in the right place at the right time, manages to sweep up 3 of those just with a nice little spray down. But a classic eco bash coming on through, and now that's a 4th round in the bag. T-Sac still just holding on to this UMP. Sees no reason to upgrade that one just yet. He knows that cash-wise they're doing pretty fine, but if you start spending that every single round, then it can affect you, and he's quite happy to just hold on to that 4K that he's got in his back pocket and just spend it on utility. And especially if you're holding a close angle, SMGs like the UMP can still be incredibly effective.
Yeah, and something we didn't mention is Blackie picking up the SG. This is what he always uses on the T side. Already scoped in, and he did spot out Smooya, but the timing not quite right. And considering Blackie is alone in towards Palace, understandably decides to fall back now. Again, though, Pat's Money Crew taking a very slow style so far. We've seen them, even in those rounds where they only had the pistols, slow things down. But already, Robin's got this opening kill out towards mid, even without the AWP. Fish123 doing a good job at holding off that mid-aggression, but now Robin might be getting a little too antsy. He tries to push further. Ooh, nearly the 2nd kill. Eventually manages to convert, but no chance for the trade there. He didn't really have the support. Nonetheless, still a man advantage for Fish.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing about this team, the raw skill on each of these players. Robin can just go for an aggressive play like that on his own and come out with a positive advantage.
What is this?
That's an interesting boost coming on through, but I mean, if it works, Jenko finds one mid as well. Smooya, oh, he's been found. Surreal gets knocked off, unfortunately. It doesn't quite work out, but they are going to be able to trade it in the end. Smooya found that one. And Crit finds himself alone on ramp. Does have the bomb. Maybe if he can find this shot onto Smooya, there's an opportunity to potentially plant. Dodges the flashbang. Doesn't quite land the headshot, though. Now Smooya knows where he is. The rest of the team going to be charging on across the map. Smooya, I mean, Smooya doesn't even have to take that aim jaw, but he's more than confident to just go for that one. And actually going to take the SG as well. That is a statement from Smooya right there.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, the SG is pretty damn good on the CT side as well. If you want to just hold a long-range angle, scope in, try and just tap away at those heads, I'm sure Smooya will be comfortable doing that. We are going to see just the one scoped gun in play, and it is that SG into the hands of Smooya. We'll watch out for where he positions himself. He is indeed in towards window, so that could be the idea. In towards ramp, not quite well timed enough. Even though Pats Money Crew are here, it doesn't do any damage. It doesn't look like Pats Money Crew are going to commit to the push just yet. They only have the one smoke. Now the smokes come over the top. Actually, a couple more than I initially thought. And Robin could be in trouble again. He gets aggressive. Does go down because of it. And Smooya trying to spray with the SG doesn't find success. That being said, yeah, Surreal again in position to clean it up. Ooh, not quite the third, but should get this eventually.
Yeah, the USP comes out, and it's actually T-Sac that gets it. And that UMP, once again for T-Sac, finally coming up strong, does manage to get himself an AK in the end. But look at the cash on the side of Fish123. They have so much spare money to play with. 6-1 now on the scoreboard. We are going to see somewhat of a... I was going to say a force, actually. This is just a reasonable buy coming out from Pats Money Crew. Just AKs across the board, and obviously the SG for Blackie, his signature style coming on through. The Smooya so far has been doing exceptionally. He already has 10 kills on the docket there, and now he's picked up an AWP as well.
Yeah, and even though Fish123 have a lot of money, Surreal has something that money can't buy for the CT side. He's got that SG again saved. This time he has a go with it, see if he can do a bit better than Smooya did previously, because he might be tested here. A couple of smokes coming in towards A. In the meantime, though, Smooya with that AWP again to open up over towards mid. And that's Money Crew. They don't look too confident about this push. They only have 2 players into a ramp, and the flash comes in. Only the 1 kill for Robin, but elsewhere, Jenko winning the mid fight. And unfortunately for Pats Money Crew there, they just weren't really well prepared enough for that push, it didn't seem. The mid players weren't up mid already, so they couldn't really help the A push, and that allowed Fish123 to shut them down.
Yeah, absolutely. Good defense there from Fish123, and once again, Jenko really shining through in that round, just taking the aim duels, even though he, you know, he was already marked as he went and re-peeked at window, but just wins out the duels. He's too confident in his aim, and, you know, so much of Counter-Strike is about that confidence. So far, it's working out wonderfully for Fish123. 7-1 right now. They are doing phenomenally in this first half. And, you know, this is the kind of expected result. Robin actually full blinded there. Will go down to Harry C. Smooya does answer it in mid, though, with his AWP. And it's going to be 4 versus 4. But that rifle picked up for Harry C actually could be a huge matter in this round. Here we go. The push comes through, but T-Sac, he's got an AK. He's quite happy to stop that one in its tracks.
So Pats Money Crew, after some earlier aggression this time, do slow things down. They have got that 1 rifle in play, and Smooya is currently exposed. Ooh, jumps back into connector, just about survives. I thought for a second he got that frag, but it was Jenko to assist him from short. 2 kills come in from him. Crit does have the dig, but he doesn't really have any health. 11 HP left. A nade could be lined up shortly. There it is. Yeah, he's a dead man.
And that's another one in the bag. Fish123, they're going swimming today, and, well, Pats Money Crew are not feeling the benefits right now. They are going to be able to go for another full buy. I mean, at this point, the loss bonus is racking up for them, so they will be able to get that, assuming that they can, you know, get the bomb down on a regular and make sure that they're playing these rounds effectively. But when you're just getting cut down in mid like this, when you have players from the side of Fish that are able to just take these trades, although Harry starts things off strong, so now man advantage for Pats Money Crew. We'll see what they can do with this one. This could be the round where they can turn things around.
Yeah, Smooya maybe a little overconfident, even with the bad spawn. He tries to peek mid, and that means that Harry was more than ready to get that initial entry. Nonetheless, Surreal, also a very capable AWPer. He has one in his hands now, and he will be playing towards A. But the mid presence for Pats Money Crew, that's what you were kind of mentioning. It is really important that they can gain this mid control. It's a staple of a lot of teams' T side, and the fact that they were getting completely shut down here was a massive problem. So getting that opening kill makes a big difference, and now they finally have a chance to run a strat with this mid presence as, lols, spots the man but doesn't pull the trigger. He's still yet to convert a kill on the scoreboard, so he'll be hoping that this round will be the first. That being said, he's got his back turned, and Surreal, with just the CZ, finds the kill in reply. 45 seconds left, and Pat's Money Crew, they are still somewhat undecided, but they seem to be leaning towards A.
Was that friendly fire there? I think it might have been. Blackie will be able to find one with his SG onto Robin there. Now still man advantage for them. Surreal actually going to find himself in a very close range fight. Will go down. Blackie gets the second one. And this could finally be a round on the board. But Jenko is going to be shut down as well. T-Sac suddenly alone. He's over at the B site. So bomb should definitely go down now on that A site. So worst case scenario, if T-Sac somehow pulls off a clutch here, they will still be able to get that loss bonus, but I don't see a way that T-Sac manages to find a way in this round. There should be a second one. And there it is. Next Fox finds the kill. And Pat's Money Crew, they get something on the board, but this is where it gets dicey because a hard reset could come on through.
Yeah, and Fish123 aren't really under danger of losing the money on their side of things, so they will, I'm sure, be feeling fine about their chances. Looks as though we are going to see the AWP of Harry C try to get aggressive again. He got the first pick last time, and he nearly takes down Smooya again. Smooya just about survives on 17 HP. A little bit of luck for him, but he manages to live, and with that AWP, that can still be important. Nonetheless, elsewhere, some aggression was coming in towards B, but that smoke will deny it. But in the meantime, Surreal going to get aggressive into a ramp. I'm somewhat surprised at this because he doesn't have too much assistance, but now Smooya comes into stairs to assist him with the AWP. Even if Smooya misses, he knows he has some support from behind, but that's an easy shot for Smooya.
Yeah, that leg proving that it doesn't matter when it's onto an AWP player like that, just the sheer power of that weapon. Robin just trying to take a spray down mid, just trying to find anything he can through that smoke. It's not going to happen for them, and it means Fish now with a man advantage. Despite the low HP on Smooya, it's really not going to affect him if they can just take those long angles and make sure that he's just playing that glass cannon style. Surreal takes one onto Lols, that aggressive positioning paying off, and now they know where the bomb is. Surreal actually takes himself to half HP there. Crit, he'll go down. Jenko finds that one, as Robin found next Fox, and there we go, 9th on the board, run 12 now. And well, this is a pretty fantastic first half for Fish123, it has to be said. They definitely are going to be pretty happy with this one, and to be honest, it's already starting to look towards the end of the game for Pat's Money Crew.
Yeah, and to be fair to Fish123, we kind of said that there could be some complacency here, but I don't think we've really seen it too much. Maybe with those SGs being saved, that's something that they didn't have to do. They don't really seem to utilize them that well, but for the most part, they've just been playing pretty standard CT side, just holding pretty well. We even saw that boost come in there, and we've seen good team play from them, so they are still looking well prepared. Robin, again in this similar position. The smoke has cut him off. In the meantime, Surreal also looking to lock down the site. This is awkward. Robin does go down in the smoke, and that looks like the A site is open as Jenko tries to go aggressive. That pretty much gives up this round because him falling means it's a 2v4 retake. And unless they get a kill quickly here, this is looking very unlikely.
Certainly is. Definitely spotted a gun barrel there. T-Sac, though, caught with a grenade in his hands. Nice shot from Smooya, but immediately traded by Crit. Once again, 3 kills, 3 headshots from Crit there. And now 3rd on the board for Pat's Money Crew. Now, last time these guys played, it was on Inferno, and the final score was 16-5 in favor of Fish123. So, Pat's Money Crew, they need to at least get 5 rounds here. They need to at least do better than the last time that they played against Fish. Prove that they are, you know, building week to week and improving as a team. We'll see if that is going to be the case coming on through as they get another one in the bag. They've managed to grab themselves an AWP, but now double AWP coming on through for the side of Fish.
Ooh, and
oh, look at this.
Wow, 2 kills already. The trade comes in. I don't know what Pat's Money Crew were doing on top of each other's head there. They might have been lining up some nades. Oh, did that knife land?
Yeah, I think they both swung their knives separately.
Okay.
Lols took a hit. Maybe a tiny little bit of tilt coming through at this point. Because, I mean, you're never going to expect that aggressive level of push coming out from Robin. But then at the same time, against a team as confident as Fish, what do you expect? You can expect these kind of harebrained strategies coming on through. And when it's a player like Robin, he pushed aggressively up mid as well and managed to get 2 for 1. So he's more than happy to go for those. Jenko finds one. And suddenly this entire round has just fallen apart for Pat's Money Crew.
Harry C looking to work his way back, but that was a kill he needed. And missing that shot gives away his position. Nonetheless, Crit does fire back towards mid, but not before Smooya can refrag with his AWP. And also, something to point out is that Smooya spotted a couple of players towards mid there when he was in connector and then decided to fall back, which I'm kind of impressed with because oftentimes I think Smooya can get a bit over-aggressive. That's probably the one issue he can have. So sometimes it's nice to see when Smooya realizes he can afford to play a position passively. He doesn't have to take the risk, and it works out in this round. He gets rewarded with the kill out towards mid because he waited to get some assistance there. He waited to be able to trade, and that means Harry C can't win the round with 12 seconds left.
Yeah, not going to be able to pull this one. Just going to try and hold on to this AWP. He's going to be pushed. Smooya no scopes him on the ladder. Oh dear, insult to injury right there. Now, you mentioned aggression. Fish123 is showing, even on CT side, they're more than happy to be very aggressive. And you're saying how Smooya backed away there when he didn't have the support. And I've noticed across the course of this game, it's like Fish123, for the first couple of frags in a round, they're very happy to just go aggressive. I think they're just confident that even with a man down, they can still take a round. But as soon as they do lose a couple of men, that's when they start to play more sensibly and make sure that they don't push things too far. Smooya gets a leg there, almost with a double for himself. Next box is going to be tagged very heavily as well. And this is just going to be the end of the round. I think Jenko now arrived on the scene, but Lols finds a nice headshot with a deagle. Smooya with the no-scope. That's going to find Blackie as well. Doesn't quite get the... Oh, he tagged it, but it wasn't quite enough in the end.
Oh,
the
no.
grenade coming through. Oh, Robin wants the knife. Blackie gets him. Okay, this is a confident team right here. Blackie gets a couple of kills, but Fish123, they know that this is... they're feeling very good about this game.
Certainly. Smooya at 21 kills.
Can we just talk about the fact that T-Sack has only got 3 kills so far?
He's just sitting there like... Yeah,
he's just been at the wrong site, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, also he's more of a sort of just solid like rock player, I feel like. He's not going to be the one that goes aggressive, and his teammates are just pushing and killing everyone. So it's not easy for him to find kills. He's just sitting back and, I mean, not just being a cheerleader, but he hasn't done much more than a cheerleader would have. Ooh. There we go, though. Blackie gets a couple of kills out towards mid. Surreal could be in trouble, but he gets 1 kill back. Into a 3-on-3, the bomb has been left behind, and as that smoke goes up, they need to get that bomb now, because that smoke will fade shortly. And, ooh, Robin tries to go aggressive there. He thought the bomb was maybe already on the site. If he'd have known the bomb was further back, he might not have gone for that push. But now, how does the bomb get to the site? Well, the answer is it might not be able to, because T-Sack has already found 1. That being said, he's now alone. He can prove his worth here. Hasn't had to do too much so far, but he's not going to be able to clutch it. He gets shut down, and PatsMoneyCrew salvage 1 more round at the end of the half.
Yeah, so 4 on the board for PatsMoneyCrew. They need a miraculous second half if they want to have a chance on this game, but 2 more rounds and they will beat their previous score against Fish123. We'll have to see how this one's going to pan out. It definitely feels like Fish123, if they can win this pistol, they are well and truly in with a shot at just taking the entire game here. But that, you know, that is the expected result coming out from this team. That is what you'd anticipate from a team of Fish123's caliber. But I want to go back to the point that I was trying to make about aggression earlier, because one player that has been very aggressive, not necessarily in terms of pushing, but in terms of re-peeking and taking aim jewels, has been Jenko this game. He's confident, and a couple of times he has been punished for that, but multiple times this game, he's been able to pull that off, and it's purely just... PatsMoneyCrew, it feels like almost intimidated by that confidence in those kind of situations.
Yeah, certainly, and into this pistol round, already we're seeing PatsMoneyCrew not go for the kit. A little bit of a risk, but they're just going to take the 5 sets of Kevlar. This is a pretty common molly in towards mid. You see this often on pistol rounds for the players to try and push up and split a site, and they are going to split towards B here. Fish123 going for the push now. T-Sack's already found the initial entry. 1 trade comes back, and actually a couple of kills because they had a 3-man stack here. Next box, ooh, 1 bullet left. That came so close, but he ends up going down. Having said that, Blackie nearly gets the kill, but Surreal takes him down. And Lols now needs this clutch for his team.
Still very possible, though. He's got that USP. A singular bullet will kill either of these players. The Glock's not as good at range if he can find these jewels, and he will be able to find the first one on Surreal. T-Sack versus Lols. We're talking about T-Sack's score. It's time for him to prove himself right here for Fish123. This is his opportunity to basically net them the game if they can take this pistol. just kiting this one around. He knows where Lols is, and he's just trying to play around that fact. Is going to peek out. Oh, I think he wanted the knife there. I think he wanted to try and sneak around, but doesn't get the opportunity. T-Sack does get the round, though. Grabs himself a USP, and then it's going to be 12 on the board now for Fish123. And with a pistol in their pocket, they are going to be able to grab up some rifles. They're going to be able to do basically whatever they want this round. A couple of Galils, or in fact one Galil, a couple of MAC-10s, and then AKs.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Smooya was also there. Maybe some of the other players trying to egg T-Sack on, make him get that knife, but definitely couldn't happen in the end, unfortunately. Nonetheless, the pistol round win, well played by T-Sack, just working around the site, as you were saying. Didn't really have to take the fight for a while, and he always felt like he was in control of that clutch, because he could hear the steps. There goes Surreal for the first kill up towards mid. Only 2 AKs this time. We saw plenty of rifles in their previous CT buy that was similar to this one, but, well, there you go. Already the kills coming in across the board. Lols is going to have plenty of players coming towards him. He does get the first onto a jumping Jenko. Not going to get much more, though. Smooya finds the trade. And Xbox is nowhere near the action, and this round pretty much going as expected, even with the force buy. Fish123, they've been better individually, and they have the better individual weapons, so it's always going to be tough. Yeah,
this was never going to be a round that was easy for Pat's Money crew. Obviously, in the first half, we did see them pull out a beautiful little second round with those Deagles, but it wasn't quite enough in the end. Xbox does find one for himself. Doesn't even commit to picking up that weapon, though. Just wants to keep... that may have been one of the MAC-10s, perhaps. But
yeah,
Xbox
I believe they only bought 2 AKs, 1 Galil, from what I remember.
Yeah, I think it was a MAC-10 in his hands, so he's quite happy to keep the UMP and just hold on to this. If he can, though, he's being pushed by Smooya right now. I think he will survive the round, though. Smooya's going to back off in the end.
So, 13-4. To be honest, I'm a little bit disappointed in Smooya's picture, because yesterday he had a really badly drawn Epsilon logo that he clearly did himself on paint. And it was pretty incredible, pretty similar to the Pat's Money Crew logo, to be honest. So I'd have liked to see that come out, but he's just gone back to the boring old, classic. I mean, it is a nice logo, to be fair. It's clean.
Yeah, Jenko not conforming, living the canoe life. Can't blame him. Can't blame him at all. Here we go, though. Fish, though, going to be executing onto the B site. And well, with the kind of firepower they've got against USPs, this is going to be a pretty comfortable round for them. Also, you'd expect Smooya just pulls out a one-tap there casually. Surreal going to find one. Actually, Blackie shuts him down, but Blackie did get tagged incredibly heavily. And oh my goodness, Jenko just going to finish them all off with a MAC-10. AK comes through and the spray finally lands. Lols. He's actually still in spawn. Just chilling with his USP. I don't know whether he didn't leave spawn or whether he's just rotated back to spawn. I hope the latter, but we'll have to see. Jenko actually could be tagged here. No, I'm just going to jump past his vision. And you can see a player coming up behind him. He's all out of time. Robin going to find him. And we'll finish him off with a MAC-10.
Yeah, this game pretty much going as we expected. 14-4 in favor of Fish123. And Pat's Money Crew now, they're going to at least get their CT by. Blackie also going for the AUG. It's pretty much now or never if they want to at least get a few more rounds together. We'll get to see what they do.
Let's see if they can break their record.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if they can get 6 rounds. Come on, PMC, you can do it. The AUG coming through for Blackie. He's a big fan of Call of Duty. Loves that red dot sight. We'll have to see if they can pull this one off. Very fast push from Fish123 onto this B site. Nextbox blinded completely, but Crit finds 2. Looking for a third. Doesn't quite get it, but he did take T-Sack down so low. But in the meantime, Smooya has just been cleaning up the entire enemy team. And well, we have a 1 versus 2. Lols maybe could make this happen. T-Sack already very low. If we could find Robin, there's still very much a shot at making this round happen. Lols been playing pretty decently across the course of this game. This is still possible. T-Sack going to be covering this angle, but he's actually looking towards apps right now. I think Lols deciding he's not going to go for this one. Maybe try for overtime. Just hold on to the rifle. I mean, I'd probably just go for it.
Yeah.
Try and get the montage play. But it's not going to happen this time. And it's going to be Fish123 with the 15th on the board. Match point.
Well, it's going to have to be 11 rounds in a row then. Easier said than done, that's for sure. We do have that 1 rifle saved, but the rest of Pat's Money Crew might not get as much. Lols could drop a FAMAS, and he just did. So there we go, a couple of rifles together, and ooh, I think we need to look at the T-sided buy because Smooya is picking up a cheeky P90.
Yeah, this is going to be
and
an
he goes
interesting
mid,
one.
of course.
Rushing mid.
Classic.
Silver Nova Master, I believe, is the rank that I'm looking for here. Smooya pushing mid with a P90. Surreal already at CT with his Mac-10. They are loving these SMGs this round. Look at this aggressive play coming through. Smooya beheads him. Harry C did find one with the scout at least. But here we go, into the window, and there's a double spray. Smooya finishing the game off in style. 4 kills for him with the P90.